Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about all the stuff I have inside my Bellroy Lite belt bag. I got this bag not too long ago and I've been really loving it so far. It holds all my daily essentials and not much else, and I love how compact but surprisingly roomy this is. Before I continue, if you like what you see here, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel to see me talk more about stuff that I like to use and to follow me around on my walks. Now let's get into what I have inside this Bellroy belt bag. There are two compartments on this bag, one on the back over here, big enough to carry some small essential items, and one over here, which is the larger compartment. Now I'll show you what I have inside here first. It's pretty simple really. The first thing is my Bellroy wallet. If you have seen my videos before, you'll have seen this wallet many times. I really still love this. It's slim, it carries everything I needed to carry, and it really has a very nice leather feel to it. The next thing I have inside my bag are my Sony WF-1000XM5s. They have been with me for quite some time and I still love them very much. However, they are beginning to show some signs of wear. The battery life has dropped by quite a bit and I no longer get as much listening time as I used to on them. However, they still sound great and I have no complaints about the noise cancelling. Although when Sony do release the new version, I'm quite likely going to get myself a new pair. And next, I have my trusty Samsung S24 Ultra. As much as I hate to admit it, this is the one indispensable item I have in my bag. Unfortunately, my whole life is here, and if I don't have this with me, I feel really naked. I have a dirty little secret. The majority of photos that I take are on this little device over here. The cameras work really well, and I have had no complaints so far. I have on the back a MOFT MagSafe ring that has stayed on ever since I put it on a couple of years ago, and it is working really well so far. I pair it with this MOFT phone stand that folds out into a really handy tripod, like so. And this is really useful for when I want to prop my phone up to take videos of my children and maybe a time lapse here and there. That's all I have inside the main compartment of the belt bag. It's really just one big compartment with a kind of mesh divider in the middle. I'm not very sure what I will ever use this mesh divider for. It goes all the way through. I used to store a packet of tissues in here, but I didn't find that really necessary. There is also a very long keyring. However, if you've ever watched my videos before, you'll know that I don't use these things. So it goes in here and it never really sees the light of day. So if you're interested in this bag and you are very used to having two zipper pull-on Bellroy bags, just remember that this one has only one. Alright, now let's see what I have inside the small compartment over here. The first is a Uniball Xantho pen that I recently got off Amazon. It works really perfectly, it writes really well. It uses a gel ink that is really smooth and really fun to write with. The next thing I have here are of course my car keys. Can't leave home without them. Actually I can, because the city I live in has got excellent public transportation. Next are my home keys in a Bellroy kind of key holder, I guess. I can't remember what this is called. I've had it for quite a few years now and it's held up really well too. So this will stay. And finally, in here, I have on a carabiner two small EDC tools that I find really useful. The first is this Nitecore Tini 2 flashlight. It's so well used that the charging cover has come off. It used to be a flappy rubber thing that I've taken out on and off so much that it actually just snapped off, but it still works fine. It's just not as waterproof, or at all actually. The LEDs on this light are really powerful. They go up to 200 lumens, which is more than enough to light up anything that I need it to. And attached to it is a Victorinox Classic SD Swiss Army knife. I find that this is enough for anything I need a multi-tool for. There is a very small blade here. It's quite well used. I use it to open boxes and packaging. There is a file that I don't have much use for, except every once in a while kind of just to file off sharp edges of stuff. There is a small wedge here that is a very good screwdriver, very good Phillips head screwdriver, sorry. There's also a pair of scissors that are really useful when I need to cut small pieces of thread or open packaging too. There are two things here that I've never had the chance to use, a pair of tweezers, and it's a pick, which I'm not really sure what this is for. The plastic is really soft, so never had the opportunity to use them. And it goes inside a very cool mini leather case, and that's it. So that's it for what's in my Bellroy Belt Bag. The bag itself is 1.8 liters, not very big, but more than enough to hold everything that I need. And that's it for what I carry in my tiny little EDC pouch over here. If you like what you've seen here, please do give my channel a subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Thank you!